Hi everyone, this is Annalisa. Welcome back. So lately I've been doing a lot of playing with making custom colors using my new Vivid Intense fluid acrylics. I thought it would be a lot of fun to share with you how I mix my custom colors. I start with my Vivid Enamel pouring medium, and then I add my fluid acrylic into my pouring medium. You just want to add a little bit at a time. You don't want to start off with a large amount of fluid acrylic. You can always add more, but when you're trying to mix a custom color, you want to start with a few drops of each color. When you're working with, I think I was making roughly 2 ounces when I was making this batch. When I was making it, it was for a specific project, and I was really looking for a purple that fell more on the reddish spectrum instead of on the bluer side. So I added some Quinacridone Red to make my color more of a reddish purple. And once I got to the end, I felt like it was missing just a little something, so I added my interference blue, my primary elements interference blue. It is my favorite to add to any custom color, actually. I really like the color shift to blue. I don't know, it just really is one of my favorites. Next, I decided that I wanted to make a custom color using my Cobalt Aqua. The project that I was working on, I wanted the Cobalt Aqua, but I wanted it a little bit darker. So I added my Cobalt Aqua to my Vivid Enamel pouring medium, and then I added a little bit of Phthalo Green to it, and that was just with the intent to darken it. I didn't really want to change the color per se. I just wanted to give it a little bit more of a darker shade, and the Phthalo Green just really worked well to achieve that, what I was going for there. And again, when I was mixing it, I made it to the very end and I felt like it needed a little bit of extra bling, so I added some of my primary elements interference gold to the mix because I don't know, there's something about when I'm using a green and it color shifting to gold that I really enjoy. Because primary elements are a part of a paint system, they are not a mica-based pigment. They have mica in them, but they are not a mica-based pigment. You can mix them directly into your pouring medium, and so it just made it really easy to add a little bit extra and add that little bit of extra bling. So I am a ColourArte affiliate. If you use my coupon code ACOX422 when you place an order at ColourArte.com, it'll save you 20% on your ColourArte order, and using my coupon code helps my channel. So I started out this pour and just because I really wanted to try out using these colors. I had an idea in my head and I wanted to make sure that the colors all worked well together. And so I went through and added them all in. I got to this point and decided that I really just needed to throw in a random bright color, and so I added triple sec into it, and that really just seemed to help it a lot. This painting throughout the whole thing actually was giving me a lot of Lisa Frank vibes It just really, the colors that I used ended up very much looking like an old school Lisa Frank folder or picture. I always like to, when I'm using a white pillow, go in and add my interference or color shift pigments at the top because they show up better. When I'm using a black pillow, I tend to add any interference colors that I have towards the bottom, and I do like to top it off with one or two, but I always add a little bit in my bottom layers because it just seems to sit better. With this pour, I've also been testing out using my new cell activator that I made using my Amsterdam Interference Violet, and I found that it works really well, but to keep the cells, to keep the structure of the cells intact, I find it works the best when it's layered under the black. The black helps it hold its definition. I'm not sure why, it just really does. And so I've taken to making sure that when I do use these Amsterdam interference colors for my cell activator, I always top it off with my black. And see, this is the point where I really started seeing some serious Lisa Frank colors. Oh, I really like the colors that were used on this. I wanted so badly to make this work well once I hit this point, and because of that, I ended up treating it more gently and being more careful with it than I probably should have, because in doing that, I ended up not spinning off enough of my paint. So when all was said and done and this painting dried, it actually ended up squiggling. So in another video that I'll post at a later time, I plan on going in and making some adjustments to this painting, and I plan on using my resin molds and some crushed glass that I coated with my Primary Elements pigments. Anyway, that's my painting. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already, please consider subscribing. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.